So it's the year 2025, and I thought cancel culture was dead. I thought we'd beaten it. I thought they pretty much realized that, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. We're sick of it. We're fed up with it. And then one of the nicest guys on the internet, maybe the biggest bastion of positivity and healthy living on the internet, Joey Swoll, gets canceled. But you know what? I can't even really feel too sorry for him. Like, I tried, but I can't. Why? Because he brought it on himself. So welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol. And, yeah, Joey Swoll apologizes after backlash over a Hulk Hogan memorial video. Yeah, if you guys have been living under a rock and didn't realize it, the Hulkster passed away earlier this week, late last week, whatever. But the point is, he made a pro Hulk Hogan post, like on his Instagram or whatnot. People threw a fit because, I mean, what else does anybody ever do on the internet? He stuck up for his post and then bent the knee. So we're going to do this before we do. Hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news nearly every day. And while you may or may not consider this nerdy, I mean, you can say that WWE, pro wrestling is pretty nerdy, internet drama, what have you. But at the end of the day, I'm a free speech channel. I'm a free speech show. I can't just sit idly by and talk about Dragon Ball Z and Sonic the Hedgehog and shit if we still got stuff like this going on to the extent of where people are self-canceling now because they don't get through their thick head the way the internet works. So before we even get to the article, let's watch what he said. Let's watch the original pro Hulk Hogan video.
Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him.
There it is. Oh man, there he said colored. It ain't even really about Hulk Hogan, guys. It ain't really about Hulk Hogan. He said colored. That's an outdated word. That's an offensive word. How Joey Swoll? He's been a racist the whole time. All those black dudes look up to him. All those black people he's reposted saying good job at the gym, homie. Nah, he didn't mean it. He just wanted the social clout. Just wanted the virtue signal. He actually hates them darkies. Yeah, no. Look, Joey said colored. Big whoop-de-fucking do. He said colored. He should have said people of color. Guess what? They mean the same fucking thing. You want to know the difference between colored and people of color? One's 2 syllables and one's fucking 5. And that's really the extent of it. But anyway, about the Hulk Hogan stuff.
Him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life.
Bingo, bingo, bongo. He's 100% correct. There's not one person in here who hasn't made a mistake in his life. And guess what? You're about to make the biggest mistake of your goddamn internet career, Joey, by bending the knee and apologizing. But before any of that, before even any of that, let's just focus on what he said. Hey, I'm not God and not here to judge. You're entirely correct. You're not. Folks make mistakes. Happens all the time. So your initial sentiment, even if we can, let's just say that, Hulk Hogan did some bad things, wasn't a nice guy. Was he racist? Was he not racist? Like, does it really matter? Your sentiment in the initial video, the initial post, was still objectively correct. He was a megastar who helped launch a worldwide phenomenon in the WWE, inspired who knows how many people, yourself included, to get in the gym, become what you are, for other people to become what they are. I mean, the dude was a megastar, and I would say overall, he was a bastion of a net positivity in the world. I guarantee you, far more people have been positively influenced by Hulk Hogan, his existence, his actions, his persona, than negatively. Now, again, does that give him a pass for what he said? I mean, no, not really, but I mean, again, that's between him and God, just like what Joey Boy said here. On top of that, he apologized for it. So far as I can tell, that's fine. You want to know why? Because, just like Joey said, a whole lot of colored people were talking on X about how it doesn't really matter. The good outweighs the bad. And let me tell you, when Hulk died, a lot of folk were devastated. A lot of folk. And it wasn't all white people, because he was an icon who was a net positive. I'm just saying, if all slew and manner of black folk can have something positive to say about it, then you know what? That's good enough for me. But let's round this out. Oh, perfect. That was the end. Now, here's his apology. And boy, howdy, is this just sad? Is this just bitch made? And before we even get to the video, here's why it's so sad, and here's why it's so bitch made. Because Joey has made his entire career and his persona out of encouraging others to do their best and swatting others down when they don't do theirs. In fact, when they go out of their way for cruelty, to ruin people, to hurt people. And that is all the people that were trying to call him out were doing. They don't fucking care about racism. They don't care about Hulk Hogan. They don't care about modern morality. No. It's all a giant virtue signal. The same people that you normally call out, you fell for their fucking trap. But because I guess the internet saying mean words about you is so much more important than looking at the obvious virtue signal, now you went and done it to yourself. All right, what you got to say, Joey? Let's see.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology.
No, you don't. No, you absolutely do not. Now, to be fair, there's a caveat here. I've always said, and I will continue to maintain to say, you should never apologize, with the exception of, if you truly believe you did something wrong, if you truly feel you did something wrong, you know what? Actually apologize. Because at that point, you're not apologizing to be welcomed back into the good graces of folks. You're apologizing because you screwed up. Asmongold, for example, I think was a legitimate apology. He wasn't Asmonfold. He wasn't trying to walk it back. I think the Asmongold was like, damn, what have I become if I'm just saying this sort of shit willy-nilly? Now, do I have any disagreement with what Asmongold said? No, not at all. In fact, I think Asmongold was not only 100% correct, but frankly didn't go far enough. But that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, look, if Joey felt like he truly needed to apologize, I mean, look, it is what it is. However, why should you have felt the need to fully apologize, to truly apologize? Take a good hard look at the people that were spamming you and flaming you with all this information, and do they look like the sort of folk that actually give a good goddamn about all the accusations about the racism? Again, how could you not spot this obvious virtue signal when half your time on the internet is spent calling out virtue signals? But let's keep going.
A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that.
Here's an interesting question for the class. He said last night in his live stream, a lot of people expressed frustration. Now, look. I've been following Joey for a long time. Now, I've never watched one of his live streams, but I've been following his posts, his shorts, follow him on X, read a lot of what he has to say. I think he's a truly good net positive vibe for the world, right? So, were the people in your audience calling you out on XYZ? Your normal audience? You got audience of a whole lot of people. I imagine, human brain can only imagine around 300 names or so before it just maxes out. We ain't a fucking phone book up there. And so, if you're being called out by all these folk, how do you even know that these were truly your followers as opposed to just people brigading your stream to talk ridiculous shit because you're the center of an internet controversy on a slow news week? Like, let's boil it down. That's probably what it is, because anybody that knows Joey's content knows that he probably would have had these feelings about Hulk Hogan to begin with. Nobody who follows Joey Swoll should have ever been surprised in the slightest that he was a Hulk Hogan fan or believed in Hulk Hogan. So yeah, I'm of the opinion, with no proof whatsoever, this is just me just assuming as such, that yeah, no, like the people that were calling him out in his live stream that he was getting all in his fifis over aren't even his regular viewers.
Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done.
The horrible things that you don't list here, because again, I don't know that you actually know the horrible things he had done, or again, do those horrible things outweigh all that good that you did just describe?
Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible things that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is
Again, big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. Oh, color. Like, look, guys, let's be real. There's no difference. He didn't drop the N-bomb, soft A, hard R, whatever. What is the legitimate difference between colored and people of color? Y'all giving words too much power. Y'all giving words too much power, just like he giving the mob here too much power. Way too much power now that he's actually bent the knee and apologized. Again, the difference between colored and people of color is a few fucking syllables.
A very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better.
And you know what? Here's the bitch of the bunch. He actually very well might think he is holding himself accountable. Like, I do actually believe that there probably, I would say it's a 60-40 chance, maybe even 70-30 chance. He actually does believe he is holding himself accountable. But that just means he is blinded to the trap that he is falling for. He is blinded to the virtue signal. He has lost his sight of what is being held accountable versus when he is being used like a toy to further an agenda. And that is exactly what this is.
I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place, and once again to everybody, I apologize.
Bitch made shit. But you know what? He goes on to say, he got one final nugget of wisdom here that he posted on X. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate on you and tear you down. You know, who are you describing here? Are you describing yourself? Are you describing Hulk Hogan, the man that you stood up for, and then turned it back on immediately after you got some internet criticism? Now, here's the dealio. Your big problem, your big issue here, all the good you've done, all the people you've helped, you're right, you did do all that. Joey Swoll did do all that, and the world is better off for it. And it would have continued to be as such if you just shut the fuck up and move on after that first video. Because that's all you need to do. That was fine. You didn't do anything wrong to begin with. All the good you've done means nothing to the psychos that wanted to cancel you. The psychos that were trying to educate you. The psychos who you said educated you. It doesn't matter if you apologize to them. It doesn't matter if you were educated by them, because the sorry isn't enough. They want to see people ruined. Why do they want to see people ruined? I mean, there's a million reasons why, but one of the very obvious ones is they got nothing better to do with their sad, sorry little lives, so they've never made anything out of themselves, and they see you out here with millions of subscribers and viewers and viral posts. You're living the dream. You're built like a brick shit house. You got a hot-ass girlfriend, and they want a little piece of that pie. If they can't be happiness, if they can't have some of that, then at least they could tear you down, because misery loves company. That's what it is, and you're feeding into that. Guess what? You being canceled, you being apologetic, you educating yourself, none of that is going to make their lives any better. What did make people's lives better were those that came to your pages every day and saw, you know, how absolutely ecstatic you were to see people at the gym who was their first time, and maybe they're a fat, lubby, tardy piece of shit, and you're like, you know what? No, you've got this. I believe in you. All the scared little kids that were nervous about being at the gym the first time that you built up, all the people that you called out for harassing us at the gym, filming in locker rooms, all that shit, all that good you did, out the window. Why out the window? Because you fell for the obvious trap, and maybe now with this post, maybe you're realizing it. Is it too little too late? Honestly, I don't know. At what point do you realize the apology was a mistake? Because even if you believed the apology, you believed in it yourself, you thought you were doing the right thing, you were still too blind to realize the attack on you. I could not believe for the life of me that you thought people would say, look at all the good I've done. I'm sure if I apologize, this will all go away because they'll weigh the good over the bad. Which you didn't even do with your boy Hulk in that very video where you were apologizing. I mean, like, that's gotta be kind of karmic. But at the end of the day, whatever. He goes on to say, you either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for the support. I am done. What do you mean? What are you done with? You done with the controversy? You done with social media? You done being an influencer? What are you done with? I mean, again, this is some bitch-made, pathetic beta male bullshit. And not only that, again, I need to stress, if homie had just kept his fucking mouth shut of that first video, this shit would have blown over in a week. We still got Epstein files to be mad about, people. And the double bitch of the bunch, look at all these black folk that are actually criticizing him for bending the knee. We got my boy Dave here, canceling the wholesome creators years is going to backfire something fierce. Y'all playing a very dangerous game. Racism is now profitable in 2025. They're pushing people away and you still are at a disadvantage. What are you going to do when your cries won't work anymore? Or what about this one right here? What about verbal riot? I don't know if Joey Swoll knows this, but he's going to lose more followers because of the apology more than the offense itself. Sometimes it's better to just say nothing at all. It's not rocket science, folks. You're good goddamn right. Now, Wyatt here, he ain't a white guy, or he ain't a black guy. He a white guy. But he does still the point. I said colored when I should have said person of color, and I'm deeply sorry. Fucking seriously. Yeah, exactly. Fucking seriously. It's just like what I said, not rocket science. What about our boy Kata here? Again, our boy Kata, third black dude, maybe fourth black dude, whatever that we've covered so far, should never apologize. That was really the mistake you made in response to Joey Swoll's little bitch-made apology here. So you know what? I couldn't care less. Like, again, is Joey a nice guy? He seems to be as such. Have I followed him for a long time? I have. Do I think that he made the internet and the world at large a better place and showed a positive outlook and vibe and way for people to live? Yeah, I truly do. Do I think he's going to bounce back from this? I don't know, maybe, but at the end of the day, it's going to take a whole lot longer and be a whole lot harder than if you just let this shit blow the fuck over. It really is that simple, and I'm having trouble feeling any sort of sympathy because we've been preaching about this since at least 2014. Those of us that have been in the trenches, those of us that have seen the coming, those of us who have understood the social stigmas and the way that the direction of the world is going, especially when you let certain advocates for the for censorship and the removal of free speech and the A-OK to just lobby the terms fascist or Nazi or racist or misogynist or insert any if we want here. Yeah, absolutely. When you let that slide, of course it's going to eventually come and bite you in the ass. So you know what? In the off chance, Joey, in the off chance you see this, you know what? I highly doubt it, but maybe, just maybe you're the type of dude who actually will go and look for YouTube videos that have your name in it and be like, maybe this will make me feel better because I'm in such a deep, dark place right now. I'm saying this as a point of someone who does still respect you, albeit less, but still does think that unlike the benefit of the doubt that you gave Hulk Hogan, I will still give you that you did do all this good. You are a net positive over a net negative. That being said, you need to do better. But these are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word, and please do subscribe. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news nearly every day, and not usually about internet drama, WWE stuff, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member. For $4.99 a month, you can join the Discord, choose the articles we go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos we react to on the Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved with over 200 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity. Only one kind of diversity. Diversity of thought. If that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.